days.
The evidence today, Clinton emailed her family that night and said it was an al-Qaeda-like group that did this. The next day she told the Prime Minister of Egypt, we know that the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack.
So then how could she have her subordinate go on television 2 days later?
Well, wait a minute. I got a montage of them. Let me go to the montage to remind people. So they knew that day and the day after it was a terror attack, but this is the lie they told you.
We've seen rage and violence directed at American embassies over an awful internet video that we had nothing to do with.
We have no information to suggest that it was a pre-planned attack. The unrest we've seen around the region has been in reaction to a video that many Muslims find offensive.
What sparked the recent violence was the airing on the internet of a very hateful, very offensive video that has offended many people around the world.
As offensive as this video was, and obviously we've denounced it and the United States government had nothing to do with it, that's never an excuse for violence.
And Jim Jordan confronted her over this today, an amazing rebuke of what they had been telling you, the American people.
You're looking at an email you sent to your family. Here's what you said. At 11 o'clock that night, approximately 1 hour after you told the American people it was a video, you say to your family, 2 officers were killed today in Benghazi by an al-Qaeda-like group. And most significantly, the next day, within 24 hours, you had a conversation with the Egyptian Prime Minister. You told him this: we know the attack in Libya had nothing to do with the film. It was a planned attack, not a protest.
Wow.
Well, this actually then seals the case in the sense that before you don't know whether she's incompetent or she's lying. Now we know they're lying because they knew from the very, very beginning that this was a spontaneous attack, one they hadn't prepared for, one they should have been prepared for. It happened on September 11, Sean. My goodness. So the reality is this proves that what's going on here is there's an election. They don't want the narrative out that they failed in Libya. Now, a couple of years later, they failed even worse. Hillary owns Libya. In this presidential campaign, if the Republicans don't take Libya and just put it right on Hillary,
where it belongs,
then we haven't carried out a campaign. She's running on her record as Secretary of State. Her record as Secretary of State is incompetent and then lying for political purposes in order to cover up what actually happened.
Here's the amazing thing. Nobody knew about the private